What is up, guys? It is Russell here from the Pepper June Wedding Company and of course Russell Stafford Photography, and I wanted to take some time today to show you the best way to live stream your wedding. Obviously, with COVID happening again and again, it's something that is on people's minds. So there's gonna be a lot of live streaming going on and there is a lot of confusion out there, so we're gonna dive straight in and show you the best way to live stream your wedding. The first thing you need to decide on is what kind of live stream you want. If you want a way for your guests who can't be in attendance to feel like they're there, see everything, hear everything, then stay tuned. If you are looking for something that more resembles a film or a wedding film or something like that with multiple camera angles, switching back and forth, then you probably need to chat with some professionals about doing that for you. It's very complicated. There's a lot of specialist equipment involved, and in all honesty, you don't really want to go down that path for your own wedding or for a wedding that you're a guest of. You want to be present for that wedding. We're going to talk about the simple way today. So the first thing you will need is obviously something to live stream with, a phone. Some people would like to maybe use a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera that they have. And while you can do this, I would say it's more complicated and there is a bit more equipment. The easiest way to do it, and in all honesty, a very high quality way, is to use your phone. We use iPhones. This is an iPhone 12 mini. The benefit, obviously, of using a phone over a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera is that the phone can stream directly to the internet. The second thing you're gonna need is a way to move that camera around and not have it be too shaky. We use this one right here. It's a DJI Osmo. It's pretty basic as far as a mobile gimbal goes. You just pop your phone in there and it very much smooths out the movements of your body with the camera. I believe these right now go for about $129 on Amazon. This is just the one that we have. It doesn't mean it's the perfect one to use, but it's the one that we use. Again, $129 on Amazon will get you that. So you've got the camera, you've got the way to make the camera stable, and now comes the big one. If you are anything like me, and I'm having a hard time putting this Osmo back down, there we go. If you're anything like me, you've probably seen a live stream where you can see things clearly, but you can't hear anything. I think that's the big myth that a lot of people make when they're live streaming something. The further the camera gets away from the subject, obviously, the worse the audio is gonna get and the quieter the audio is gonna get. So if you're standing at the back of the aisle with your phone and you're live streaming, that camera is gonna pick up very, very quiet audio from the bride and groom. And this next point is gonna be what sets your live stream apart and makes it a really enjoyable thing for your guests to really feel like they're there. You're gonna need some wireless audio. There's a few different things out there that will do this. I will show you the ones we use, and then you can sort of do your own research and decide which one is best for you. We use Rode Go Wireless. Big shout out to Rode. They're a nice Sydney-based company just down the road in Homebush, and they make a couple of really cool wireless transmitters. One is just a newer version of the other. They're called Go Wireless, and they're basically these little things right here. And the audio you're listening to me on right now is actually coming through a Go Wireless. So what this will essentially do is two things. There is a transmitter and there is a receiver. The transmitter has a little microphone built in right there, but you can also plug in a lav mic, which is what I've done right here. I generally recommend putting it on the groom. They've got a nice jacket on where you can just sort of clip this in right here. What you want to do with placement is make it a little bit lower than you would normally think, sort of at the sternum level. Because if you put it right up here at their mouth, it's gonna pick up the groom really well, but maybe not so much the bride. It's inevitably gonna pick up the groom a little bit better anyway, simply because it's on him. But if you lower it down and get your audio level from sort of here, then it's gonna be a little bit more even between the two. And it's gonna pick up the celebrant as well. So get it on the groom, just pop it inside his jacket like that, and you'll be good to go. The receiver goes with the phone. If you're using an iPhone like I am, obviously, you're gonna need the little dongle adapter on the bottom there that allows you to plug in is it a 2.5, 3.5? 3.5 mil jack. This. When you get the Rode Go Wireless, you're gonna need the cable that has 3 stripes on one end and 2 on the other. So phones, because they use a slightly different connection, they need this 3-stripe pole. You will probably need to buy this separately. I think it's about $20. But this part goes into your phone or your phone's adapter, the 3-stripe pole, don't get them back to front. And then the 2-stripe pole goes into your little wireless adapter here. If you get them around the wrong way, the iPhone will not pick up audio from this and it will just revert back to the camera's audio. So there you have it. It's a three-piece way to live stream your wedding. I will briefly touch on the new Go Wireless because it has, oh, sorry, but that was really loud. It has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So in this case, you could put a transmitter on the groom, you could put a transmitter on the celebrant, you could put a transmitter just right down the front of the aisle, and both of those audio signals are going to come into the 1 receiver and go out through your live stream. So that is equipment covered. You've got your phone, you've got your gimbal, Osmo or other, and you've got your transmitter, Rode or something similar to that. The Rode, I will also say, it's $275 right now for the original and $399 for the new one. These things really hold their value though. If you are thinking, I don't want to spend $129 on an Osmo and $275 on a Rode Go Wireless just to stream one wedding, what's the point? You can easily turn around and sell these for probably, I don't know, $30, $40 less than you bought them for. They really hold their value. Okay, the next point we have to talk about is obviously streaming. What are you going to stream to? There's a few options that you can go through, and we have tried almost all of these, if I'm honest. But we'll go down the list and I will give you pluses and minuses for all of them. Number 1, Facebook. It's sort of the first one that people go to. It's the easiest. Most people are on Facebook. You can set up an event and just invite guests to that event and just stream directly out from Facebook live streaming. This is a really good option for a lot of people. You might find sometimes with Facebook that there is a bit of lag. We experimented with Facebook ourselves and found that it was maybe not as stable as we wanted it to be for something that we're charging couples for. Obviously, when we live stream, it's a paid service, so we want to make sure that we're giving you the best quality live stream that we can. But for something that is free and easy, Facebook is a really good option. Now, if you are a YouTuber and you are maybe more popular on YouTube, you might have more than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you have more than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, then you can stream directly to YouTube from your mobile device. YouTube is a very good platform for live streaming. As long as you have those 1,000 subscribers, that should be your decision right there. Go YouTube. We're going to move on to Vimeo, and Vimeo is the one that we personally use now. There's a lot of pluses to Vimeo and one really big negative. I'll give you the pluses first. It's a very high quality streaming service. It is extremely stable. It automatically converts your live streams to hosted videos on Vimeo. The downside is if you want to live stream from a mobile device on Vimeo, you have to have one of their higher end packages that runs about $1,000 a year from memory. If you are needing a video service for something other than live streaming and you already have Vimeo and you might have this pro level package, then Vimeo is a great option for you. The 3 that we've just gone over, Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo, they all have one limitation, and that is a regional limitation. If you have a lot of guests in China, none of these services are available in China. They're all blocked. There is one service though that is now not blocked in China, and that is Zoom. Obviously you've heard of Zoom. We've all heard of Zoom since COVID began, and Zoom is now available in China for viewing. So Zoom is now available in China, and that is great for couples who need to stream to a lot of guests who can't make the wedding but are based in mainland China. Like a lot of the services, it does have a downside. The plus is it's very stable. Everyone knows how to use Zoom now, which is great. The downside is that the quality is not as good as any of the other services. I would say 720 would be a stretch for Zoom. But if you need to broadcast to China, Zoom is the best and honestly one of the only options. There are other options like Bilibili. If you are familiar with that, it's a service based out of China. It has some cool features that none of the others have, such as viewers being able to give donations and gifts to the couple right there in the live stream. So that's really cool as another option as well. So now I'm going to get into some shooting advice. These are things that you should consider before you start your live stream. and are really going to help things go very smoothly on the day for you. So number one is have a chat with the photographer and the videographer on the day. They're going to have cameras set up and they're going to know where they need to be during certain parts of the ceremony, and they're going to be able to give you some advice on where to probably avoid going with your live stream. This is going to include places like right at the front of the aisle or behind the arbor. Have a chat with them. They're going to say, you know, stick to here, stick to there, maybe don't go there, maybe avoid this place. Don't forget the guests. That's a huge one. Don't focus exclusively on the bride and groom throughout the entire live stream. Obviously, the wedding is about the bride and groom, but you have guests overseas that want to see, you know, mom and dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you know, see them enjoying the wedding, enjoying the ceremony. So spend the majority of your time during the ceremony focused on the bride and groom, obviously, but don't forget, you know, pan to some guests in the front row, especially VIPs like mom and dad. That's huge, and that's going to make a big difference to the people tuning in and how much they enjoy the live stream. When the ceremony ends, don't stop filming right there. It might be a temptation to end the live stream as soon as they kiss and walk down the aisle, but your guests aren't leaving the ceremony right there, so why should your virtual guests? Interact with the bride and groom, have them say hi to the camera, get a lot of the hugging and kissing and things like that. That's gonna make the people who aren't there really feel like they're part of it and feel like they're part of the wedding. And that's really what you want from a live stream, is you want all the high quality audio and high quality video and smooth streaming, but your main goal is always to have the people that are tuning into that live stream feel like they're there. And feel like they're not missing out. Before you stop the live stream, have the bride and groom wave to the camera, maybe say hi, maybe say thank you for tuning in. With a lot of the platforms that you stream to, with the exception of something like Zoom, the bride and groom aren't going to be able to see the people that tuned into the live stream, but it doesn't mean that they can't wave and say a thank you for everyone for taking, you know, an hour out of the day to tune in and, you know, wish you could be there and that kind of thing. So, you know, consider that as well before you turn the live stream off. And that's pretty much it. Again, all you really need to think about is what kind of live stream you want, the equipment you need, phone, gimbal, and some kind of audio transmitter, and what platform you want to shoot to, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Zoom. When in doubt, obviously, get in touch with some professionals, chat with your photographer, your videographer. They're going to be able to give you advice, or, you know, if like us, they offer a live streaming service, a lot of them are quite cost effective now as well. At the end of the day, obviously you want everyone to enjoy the wedding, the guests that are there, the guests that are tuning in from the live stream, and yes, even the person doing the live stream. So when in doubt, get in touch with your photographer, your videographer, and get some advice from them, whether doing a live stream for yourself is something you want to do, or something you want to engage someone else to do for you. The prices vary anywhere from a few $100s up to a few $1,000s. So chat with the people that you've surrounded yourself with, your team wedding, and they'll be able to give you some advice around that as well. If you have any questions for us, please do let us know. We answer all inquiries, even if you just wanted some advice on some equipment or things like that. Get in touch and we will be more than happy to help you. Peace out.